Yes.
Yeah.
So if you go to any Civil War battlefields up in Gettysburg, you're going to find the food is very similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the same pickled, dried, salted provisions and such. So instead of calling it hardtack like they do in the 1800s, they're calling it hard bread, and on ship's biscuit, but it's pretty much the same thing. Flour, water, cooked to a low temperature until there's no moisture left, maybe some salt in there for seasoning. I've read 2 accounts of the ways they would eat this. They could either just have it on them and just like nibble on it and just kind of suck on it, or throw it in a kettle and boil it along with their salted meats and dried vegetables.
Okay.
How nutritional was their thing? Were they getting all the nutrients they needed?
No, definitely not. You will see scurvy being an issue along with other dietary-based diseases. Really, you're not getting a lot of as a soldier, not a lot of nutrition from what is provided to you by the Army, because it's a lot of salted meats, dried hard bread, maybe raw flour, and dried vegetables. Even when they were hoping they could provide the soldiers with like butter, molasses, alcohol, milk, that still doesn't have all the nutrition. So a lot of times when I read accounts of them, what they're eating, the time I see they're getting nutrition is when the soldiers are improvising. I'm reading an autobiography of Joseph Plum Martin. He talks about when they were out, he stopped at a farmer's and made a deal with the farmer that if he helped him harvest the turnips, the farmer would chop off that top layer with all the greens on it, and he would keep that. So those greens probably related nutrition. He talks about eating chestnuts at the bottom of a tree, but at the same time, that was like his only meal for a couple of days. So sure, there was probably some nutrition in there. The problem is he's not getting enough calories.
Yeah.
Worst meal I've read was him and his fellow in his company found some dead animals on the road, so roadkill, and roasted that up and ate that. At that point, they're just going to eat whatever. The only time I didn't hear them actually reading about eating something that I'm shocked they didn't, because they've eaten everything else, they were sitting on a bench in a farmer's house, and the bench collapsed underneath them, and the cat was underneath it, and it killed the cat. And they didn't eat the cat. I was shocked. They ate everything else on the road, but they didn't eat the cat. So, but they are not getting a lot of nutrition, especially during the winter. During more of like the growing season, they could probably harvest a lot more, forage a lot more. But during the winter, when you're really dependent on those reserve goods, just not a lot there.
Yeah. Did they know about nutrition back at that point? Did they know what they should be eating?
Yes and no. This is the age of enlightenment. This is when you're seeing a lot more science being played. Like the idea of humors has really started falling aside for other theories and such.
Yeah.
Now, I know when it comes to vitamin C, like with scurvy, they didn't know that was a vitamin C deficiency until the 1900s, when you actually could see nutrition.
Yeah.
So you're going to find that a lot of times people in the past may have picked up on it through cause and effect, even if they hadn't gotten the science behind it yet.
Yeah.
So I do not know about like in the form of nutrition in the sense of like dieting or recognizing some foods are healthier than others, that yes, there would have been recognition that certain things are better for your health than others, but a lot of that whole nutrition of vitamins and such really are not going to come around until you have the technology to recognize that.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about the medicine when it comes to nutrition, the surgeons can probably go into more details about that. I'm still relatively new. I've been here like 2 weeks maybe, so I'm still learning 18th century. I'm used to 17th century. I'm usually over at Jamestown, but I came over here.
Okay. So I noticed like you guys have like the pits or whatever. So did they just have like these pit dugouts all around it, or?
This actually has filled in over the years from silt. This would normally be 3 feet deep.
Okay.
And then you would have the fire boxes. And there's 2 styles of fire boxes that you could use. You could either have this open one, which is much easier to be able to dig out, or you can actually dig in and have like a vent hole at the top, kind of like a Devon oven. So that will really keep the fire protected.
Yeah, because I was wondering why it was like built like a mound like that.
Let's just get the dirt out of the way.
Okay, I thought maybe you guys were using it like a kiln type.
Nope, that is
thing.
We get asked that all the time. It's the number one most asked question. It's literally, we gotta move the dirt somewhere, put it in the middle. It's not in the way. We don't have to carry it anywhere.
Okay.
And we've just over the years have shoveled little ashes onto it just because it's just easier that way.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've used this space longer than they ever would have. Like cooking here for years. They would not have been in one spot for years. Maybe a month or so, but that's pushing it.
I'm sure you already answered this.
Oh, I'm